Hello guys, Janos here and welcome to Cookie Run Kingdom. And today in this video, I'm here to present you guys with the latest arena tier list as that of May 2021. Before starting this video, I would really love to give a very big shout out and a big thanks to this amazing guild known as Whisk Takers, because they are the one who came up with this tier list in the first place. And I think this tier list is pretty balanced, alright? And today, I'm here to explain to you guys like why they have placed certain cookies onto their respective tiers in this tier list. Alright, so let's get this started. First, let's start our discussion with the SS tier unit, and that's gonna be our one and only unit, the ancient tier unit known as Pure Vanilla Cookie. This guy is amazing. This cookie can provide a lot of sustenance to the team. With him around, your tanks can take a breath of relaxation because he can improve the sustenance of the entire team. How, you may ask? Let's get this started. The name of his skill is known as the Love and Peace. It has a 19-second cooldown. Well, that's a long duration, but hey, the effectivity of this skill is really awesome. Alright, let's look into it right over here. Illuminates the battlefield with his Vanilla Orchid Staff, replenishing the party's HP and covering them with shields, observing an amount of damage proportional to their maximum HP. He can provide an amazing burst healing for all the allies in the team right away, and on top of that one, he can create that shield that can absorb 20% of the max HP of the target for 3 seconds, okay? And that's definitely going to provide a huge bonus sustenance to your entire team, alright? Even to the tank themselves as well. This is so great indeed. With this skill, definitely you can put a lot of pressure on the opponents, okay? That is so great. With him around, definitely your team will enjoy a lot of durability in the battlefield out there. And now let's move on to the S tier units, alright? And the first one on the S tier list is gonna be the Latte Cookie. This cookie is so good indeed. Let's look into her skill details out here. Care for a latte, it has a 15-second cooldown. So what she is capable of doing is that she can deal an amazing AoE damage just like Espresso, and on top of that one, at the end, she is gonna inflict silence on the opponents, which is gonna be a really great help indeed in order to make sure that the opponent cannot use their active skill for a certain duration of time. And that can be a really great help in the tight arena battles, okay? And that is so good indeed. In any kind of RPG game out there, silencing really does play a very amazing role in the arena battles, and that's what this cookie can really do provide. And silencing the cookies is pretty much unique to this character out here as well. So that's why she's in the S tier list. And now let's move on to another cookie character, and that's gonna be the latest addition to this game, and that's gonna be Strawberry Crepe Cookie. She is amazing. It's a she, right? Alright, I will consider it a she. Anyways, looking into her skills out here, it's known as the Crepe Thrust, okay? And it has a 15-second cooldown, which I would say is pretty average. Uses the giant crepe arms to cause area damage. Reduces damage received by 2 cookies with the lowest maximum HP. And the reduction of damage is 50% damage resist over 8 seconds. That is so good. Think about it. You can provide the same effect as Milk Cookie to 2 other cookie characters out there. That's how insane this cookie really is. Milk only provides to himself, but this Crepe Cookie is going to provide that shield, that 50% damage resist to those other 2 cookies who really need it the most. And that actually makes this cookie an amazing must-have cookie that you would really want to run in your arena team as the main tank. And this is also the reason why now Dark Choco Cookie has now fallen down to the lower tier out there, okay? So yeah, that's how good our Strawberry Crepe Cookie really is. Now, the Dark Choco Cookie is no longer the best tank out there. Anyways, now let's move on to the next cookie, and that's gonna be this latest addition to this game known as the Black Raisin Cookie. She is so amazing in it, so cool ass looking unit. Anyways, let's look into her skill out here, which says Shadow Watcher. It has a 14-second of cooldown. No one can hide from the keen black Raisin eye. The cookie vanishes into the shadows, appears amidst the enemy ranks, and strikes several times, dealing substantial area damage. And it's so good indeed. It's a AoE damage, and she can strike multiple times on all the opponents out there, dealing a lot and lots of damage, and can be a really great help to take care of the opponents right away. Boom, there we go, guys. Nearly like just like Vampire Cookie, but she has a AoE damage on top of that one. And if you are really running a Crepe team, definitely she's gonna be a really great help. Okay, so there we go, guys. Try to give her all those attack stat boost, and definitely she's gonna perform really great in the battlefield out there, being able to snipe, or to kill the opponents right away too easily. All right, next is gonna be the sniper of this game, and that's gonna be the Rye Cookie. She is a blast. Okay, whenever you are using her in the arena content, she's definitely gonna make sure that one of your opponent is gonna get blasted away real fast. That's how good she really is. Looking into her skill right up here, Final Showdown, 15-second cooldown, ladies and gentlemen. So what she does, that she's gonna shoot a flurry of shots onto a certain target right away. Alright, and that is gonna deal a lot of damage to that target, and possibly she will even knock that cookie out right away from the battlefield. And being able to have one opponent knocked out right away, it's gonna provide a lot of advantage to you, just like that, okay, to immediately, because it's gonna be like 5 versus 4. Think about it. That's the advantage that you are gonna get. And when you have advantage in numbers, like let's say you have your whole teammate surviving and the opponent is losing already 1 unit right away, that's definitely going to provide you guys a lot of advantage right away on the table. Okay, so that's what she is really capable of. And if she is done taking care of that certain unit, her bullet is not gonna go waste. It's gonna automatically target to another opponent out there in the battlefield. That's how good she really is. Very great for single target nuking, guys, and a very great unit if you really want to take care of the opponents right away ASAP and have that number advantage right away in the arena battle. Next is gonna be our Vampire Cookie. Oh my god, who does not love our beloved Vampire Cookie? And I've really focused on him the most. Man, he's so great for the guild raid battles and also in the arena battles as well. Just like the Rye Cookie, he's also very specialized on getting rid of those opponents right away. I mean, like, he can even target those opponents on the rear hand, okay? Meaning like those squishy opponent that is hiding behind the strong armor of the tank on the front, right? He can just, like, target them and get rid of them right away with his amazing single target nuking damage. He's one of the best nuker out here in the game. My vampire, with his vampirism skill with only 13-second cooldown, which I would say is pretty impressive, okay? He can deal 944.4% damage to a single target. Think about that. It's huge. It's really, really huge, guys, okay? Just try to provide him with a lot of attack boost toppings out here, and that's going to be a really great aid to him indeed. Very great like cookie that you would really want to run in your arena team. It's definitely going to provide you a lot of sustenance, and plus, guess what, guys? He also can steal the life from the opponent, providing him with extra sustenance. Okay, so that's really great. You can really count on the vampire to get rid of the opponents right away. Next is gonna be the Herb Cookie. This guy, my god, from time to time he has been a really great assistance for me in order to turn the tables around. Okay, so great, guys. His healing is massive. It's insane. A lot of healing, and on top of that one, guess what, guys? He can also clear all the debuffs, which is very unique to him. Clearing all the debuffs, and on top of that one, providing a burst healing plus a healing over time as well. Like, what? Right? He is the master of healing and providing that cleanse effect to the entire team as well. With him in your team, definitely your team can get refreshed from time to time. And now let's move on to the next character, which is pretty much a conditional unit, and that's going to be our Almond Cookie. Well, he's in the S tier because he has very good that ability in order to improve the damage done to the opponent's out there, provided that you have a really good single target nuker. I mean, like, he can go really hand on hand with the Vampire Cookie, okay? But the thing is that, like, the problem with him is, if you do not really design a very perfect team for him to work out with, he can actually go down to the lowest of the tier list. It's not really that good. But if the teammates that is pairing up with him is going to be really good, then well, he can really shine on that moment. Because guess what, guys? Let's look into skill right over here. It says Almond Handcuffs, and it has a 15-second cooldown, which I think is pretty average cooldown effect. Uses magical handcuffs to apprehend the enemy with the lowest maximum HP and apply the damage link debuff. Okay, so there we go. There's the damage link debuff, which disperses a portion of damage the apprehended enemy receives between up to 5 linked enemies. So it's a really great skill for the arena battle, because you can see those 5 enemies in the battle out there in the arena battle, right? So it's really good. Cannot be interrupted, yes, and handcuffs cannot be applied to summon foes. Oh, so that's gonna be it, guys. So that means like it really does focus on the hero units only. So you really don't have even that problem that it might actually target those minions of the Licorice. Okay, so yeah, it's really good in that matter. All right, and you really need to have that single target nuker in order to make sure that his skill can actually be maximized to the fullest potential. So you really gotta use that Vampire Cookie or possibly even a Rye Cookie to take advantage of it. Anyways, that's said and done. Now let's move on to the next cookie, and that's gonna be the Tiger Lily Cookie. And yes, Tiger Lily Cookie is pretty sensitive as well. Okay, you really gotta make sure that there's really good teammates in order to maximize her potential. So it's really good in terms of providing that stun to the opponents. Yes, during that stun, definitely the opponents will not be able to do anything to you guys. It's an area stun on top of that one, and she can deal a lot of damage as well, thanks to her butter tiger. Okay, so that's gonna be it. She pounces, she stuns, and then she is gonna keep a lot more damage thanks to the improvement in her attack speed for a total of 10 seconds. So that's a lot, guys. Okay, and with her proper timing, definitely you can turn the tides around. But guess what, guys? In order to make sure that she works the best, you really gotta make sure that your team's settings and your team pickings is of really good strategy value. All right, look at it. Her skill has also that 13-second cooldown, which I would say is pretty great. She will be able to use her skills very fast as well, and you can provide that skill cooldown type toppings on her so that she can like capitalize on her skill as soon as possible. All right, so that's it and done. And now let's move on to the A tier, and the first one on the A tier is gonna be our Espresso. Oh my god, he was the best out there, but now we have got so many cookies out there that are doing better than him. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be it. Anyways, I still do use him a lot in my battlefield, in my arena team out there, and he definitely provides a lot of damage to the team. Look at it, guys. Grinding, it says it has a 15-second cooldown, and he is so good at hitting all the opponents out there. It's very superb AoE damage, and also he is gonna make sure that all the opponents are gonna be attracted to the center so that you can actually follow up with the other combos out there. Okay, so that's gonna be it, and his damage output is very impressive as well. Can be really helpful if you are going to use him in your cleave teams. Okay, and with 15-second cooldown, the skill has quite average skill cooldown. And the next unit on the tier list is gonna be the Dark Choco Cookie at A tier. Well, this cookie is kind of going down thanks to the Strawberry Crepe Cookie and the Ancient Tier Cookie, the Pure Vanilla Cookie that has just made an entrance. Oh my god, with those two cookies, we are getting a way better like damage resistance to the entire team out there. And well, Dark Choco Cookie, well, he's more of an offensive type tank. Okay, so looking into his skill, guys, what's the main thing about him is that he's very tanky. He can take a lot of damage, and on top of that one, it has only a 13-second of cooldown. And hey guys, he can decrease the defense of the opponents by 20%, which is a really great plus for the guild battles and also for the arena battles as well. Being able to burst down on the opponents and being able to kill them right away, that's going to be a really great help indeed in order to put a very massive pressure on the opponents. And that was the reason why Dark Choco Cookie used to be the top tier unit for so long time, until the time when the Strawberry Crepe Cookie and the Pure Vanilla Cookie showed up. Okay, so well, that's gonna be it. Anyways, now let's move on to the next unit, and that's gonna be Licorice. My god, there was time when he was very OP thanks to the minion that he could summon. Okay, and he's definitely a must-have unit for the guild raid battle. Anyways, I will be coming up with the guild raid tier list very soon. For him, he is very good at providing massive defense buff to entire team, like 20% increase in defense for the entire team, including his minions as well. Like, yes, that's really great, isn't it? And guess what, guys? He can also deal some really good AoE damage, and on top of that one, his minions can keep on taking a lot of damage from the opponents, and they can also like act as a very good decoy that have 150% of her defense, his defense, and 50% of his HP. So that's gonna be it, guys. Summons Black Lightning and Licorice Servants. The potent spell briefly increases the party's defense as well. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, now let's move on to the next cookie out here, and that's gonna be the Pomegranate Cookie. Well, there are so many teams that really do build around Pomegranate Cookie because she is very offensive utility unit. She can provide that 20% additional attack boost to entire team for a total of 7 seconds. With her in your team, your nukers, your attacking units, your DPS units can really work very fine, okay? And they are gonna be able to nuke down the opponents right away, and you can take advantage against the opponents right at the very start, okay? As soon as you use the skill, guess what? You are going to kick the ass of the opponents right away. And that's gonna be it, guys. And she also provides that amazing healing as well. That's continuous healing. But, well, when it comes to healing, we definitely want to use the herb, okay? So she is out here mainly for providing that 20% additional attack boost to the entire party members. That's our Pomegranate Cookie. And now let's move on to the B tier. And in the B tier, the first one, or let's the first candidate cookie is gonna be the Hosamogan. That's gonna be our poison mushroom cookie, okay? This cutie little fellow right over here who doesn't even know that his poison actually hurts the other allies or other people out there. Anyways, let's look into it right over here. Poison Cloud, it says, which adds a 15-second cooldown. What he does is that he is the best when it comes to dealing the dot damage. He can poison the entire arena out there and keep on dealing a lot of damage over time, and it can be a really big problem for the opponents out there, okay? Anyways, he's not a single target nuker or cannot deal a very massive burst damage out there in the battlefield, and that's why he's in the B tier, because in the arena, the battles are pretty fast, and you really want those units that can actually deal some decisive strike right away. Next is gonna be the Madeline Cookie in the B tier. So what's up with the Madeline Cookie is that like he can provide immunity to himself, and that's all there is to it. And he can provide some like minimal healing to himself, and sometimes people will really do complain that they don't even notice him healing himself. Like, what? That's how little it is. So that is also the reason why he's out here in the B tier. Not really that superb, and it has a 30-second cooldown though, which is pretty good, and thanks to the immunity he can keep on standing really solid on its ground, okay? But there is no damage resist, so definitely he cannot actually take a lot of damage out there, okay? It's just really great when it comes to playing with a lot of debuffs, okay? Now let's move on to the next unit, and that's gonna be our Milk Cookie, guys. This guy is way better than the Madeline because he can provide himself with the taunt effect so that he can force all the opponents out there to attack himself, and that can be a really great relief to your entire team, okay? Because, well, the opponents might be focusing on your squishy allies out there, and in that case definitely Milk Cookie is gonna be out there as the savior. And on top of that one, he can provide that 50% damage resist for a total of 5 seconds. But hey, we have the Strawberry Crepe Cookie who can do it much better, okay? And thanks to the Strawberry Crepe Cookie, well, Milk Cookie is now forced to go down to the tier list, and now he's in the B tier. Before he was in around like A tier, alright? But now he's in the B tier. Now next cookie is gonna be the Sparkling Cookie. Alright, so looking into this Sparkling Cookie right over here, ladies and gentlemen, he can provide that crit boost to the entire party member, and he can also provide that burst healing to all the allies. That's really great. Look at that, guys. Oh, not all the allies, like 2 allies with the lowest HP, okay? So it's a little bit limited out here, so you cannot really kind of like depend on him that strongly to get a lot of healing and sustenance for the team. And thanks to that crit boost, you can definitely improve your damage output against the opponents out there, but still it's just only 15% crit boost, so it's good, but it's not really that super massive to make it say that like he is someone who can actually turn the tables around, okay? So yeah, that's gonna be it. It's still an RNG effect, and well, we cannot really bet really nicely on that one, okay? It's not something guaranteed. Next is gonna be the Kumiho Cookie that we actually managed to get last time for free through the events, okay? Well, looking into the Kumiho Cookie right over here, she can really do provide that like that shield to the team, like the tankiness to the team, okay? Somersault, it says 14-second cooldown, transforms into a cookie, causing area damage and charming nearby enemies. Charming nearly does same effect as stun, if I'm not wrong. And that's all there is to it, guys. And the seduction is only for like 2 seconds out there, okay? Just for 2 seconds. I think our Tiger Lily can do much better. Fires upon foes with a powerful fox spirit flame and turns back into the marshmallow fox, okay? So that's gonna be it. And nothing much really big out here, guys. Kumiho, like, usually you will not see her being used in the battlefield out there, okay? So yeah, I like a lot of stuff, and there are so many good substitution out there already for the Kumiho, okay? And now let's move on to the C tier. And now let's go with the emo guy. Yes, the one and only emo guy of this game, and that's gonna be the Werewolf Cookie. Okay, he will transform into a werewolf, just like the name suggests. Okay, where he can actually have some advanced increased HP and does even more powerful double strike regular damages, but that is not enough to have some substantial effect in the battlefield, or let's say to turn the tables around. His skill is like, it's just normal, okay? It's pretty much like, you know, like very usual. Not something to really be that proud about. Next is gonna be the chili pepper cookie. Well, this is the cookie that we all get for free, right? Well, guess what, guys? She is nearly like the vampire cookie, but guess what? She lacks that single target nuke, okay? It's AoE damage, and even though like her final strike always deals critical damage, but still her damage output is very low. Even with that 12-second cooldown, she just lacks that damage, okay? And that is the reason why it's better not to use her. Next is gonna be the mint Choco cookie that I would say he's a lover boy, okay? Looking into his skill right over here, you can see that like he's going to provide that amazing burst healing to the entire team, nearly just like the sparkling cookie. And on top of that one, he can improve the attack speed of the allies by 40%, restores some HP and increases attack speed of the squad with this sublime melody, and it has a 16-second cooldown. Wow, that's a lot of cooldown time right over there. Anyways, that is the reason why he's now in the seat here, because it does not give us that substantial advantage against the opponent right away, because in this game it's the skill that really matters the most rather than the auto attack. So even if you have that boost in attack speed, it just does not give you that significant advantage against the opponent. All right. Anyways, now let's move on to the next unit, and that's gonna be our purple Yam Cookie. Okay, so this guy seems very chunky, very tanky. Alright, but well, that's all there is to it. Purple Tornado, it has a 12-second cooldown, so you will be able to use his skills very frequently in the battlefield thanks to low cooldown time. Ravages the battlefield in a deadly purple tornado, causing area substantial damage over time. Okay, single hit damage 75.6%. It's really great if you really want to knock back the multiple opponents right away. So it's very great for AoE knockback, but that's all there is to it. Okay, you cannot really expect a lot with him around, and he really lacks those abilities that can improve his own sustenance or provide any kind of extra sustenance to the other teammate out there. So with that, he's definitely not going to sustain a lot of damage incoming from the opponents, even though he's pretty tanky, right? He just lacks those very good effects on his skills. Very simple and very plain skill indeed, very boring indeed. Anyways, now let's move on to the next unit, which most people really do like, but it's sad to see her in the seat here. What she is capable of is that, like, with this 20-second cooldown, oh my gosh, she's cheated by the fate itself. Okay, the devs have really done very bad job on her. Blizzard, it says, it has a 20-second cooldown, the longest cooldown in the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. Waves the Snow Sugar one to summon the Snow King that causes a snowstorm, dealing area damage over time. Frozen enemies suffer from the lower attack speed. Again, as I said a while ago, attack speed improvement or attack speed reduction really does not play that vital role. Okay, the main thing that really does affect your gameplay is gonna be your skill cost. Okay, so as long as if you can cost your skill in the battlefield, in the arena content, it's gonna be enough. And this Snow King really does not do that superb damage. Very bad at dealing damage, and that attack speed reduction is not really that great in my opinion. Okay, so really bad indeed. Next is gonna be the guild cookie. Like she's pretty much exclusive to the guild summon, and I was pretty lucky to get her 3 times in a row with my free, like those medals or torches, whatever you call it, right? So Yeah, looking into her skill right over here, let's see like how useless it is. It has a 18-second cooldown. That's a lot. 18-second cooldown. Jellius Extremus, it says, conjures a tornado of jellies over a large area, causing area damage. She's a support unit, so don't even look into the damage. We are not into damage. The might of the spell restores the party's HP, and single target hit damage is 280%. And even though it seems really big, it's not really, because she's a support unit, and well, she's definitely going to have very low attack stats, and with that one, you really cannot expect a lot out of her, alright? But she has this healing ability, and her healing is so minimal. I think you have already witnessed a lot more healing done by Sparkling Cookie and the Mint Choco Cookie, alright? And her healing is so bad, 40% of attack. What the hell is that? She's so bad at everything out there. Everything. Every aspect. Very long cooldown, very low healing, and very low damage as well, because, well, she's a support unit, and you cannot really rely upon her for a very great damage. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. So what do you guys think about this tier list? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you do really love this tier list, please do give a very big shout out to the Whisk Takers, the guild of the Cookie Run Kingdom. And hey guys, please do hit that like and subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate it. And with that said and done, this is it for today. See you guys in the next video.